Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 382. I'm your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm a steampunk star racer
of EverStreet.com.
Connor.
Hello.
Danette.
Hello.
Daniel.
Hello.
Gloria. Jacob.
Hello, just eating some cake and muffin here, so yeah.
There we go.
Yummy.
Okay, Connor, what do you have for us?
Right, I'll start off with this new Star Wars The Force Awakens rumor that has transpired. It's related to Han Solo's backstory after Return of the Jedi, and it's I read the article. Even though they defeated Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi, things haven't gone very smoothly for the Rebel Alliance, now the Resistance, in the years since. 30 years after their victory on Endor, the two sides are still at war in Star Wars The Force Awakens, looking to seize control of the galaxy. It sounds like a trying ordeal that can take a toll on one of the most hardened warriors. One of those people who's had a rough 3 decades is apparently Han Solo. Even with Jabba the Hutt no longer out there putting prices on his head, he still has no shortage of enemies in the universe. And if new rumours prove true, a few of them are even after his beloved ship. The latest report from Making Star Wars, a go-to source for Force Awakens rumours, provides some details on Han's backstory heading into the new film. If you recall, a while back it was rumoured that Captain Solo would have a new ship, meaning that he and Chewbacca lost control of the Millennium Falcon. According to Making Star Wars' sources, that's exactly what has happened, as the duo has lost their iconic vehicle shortly before the movie begins. Outside of there allegedly being some people asking to purchase the Falcon from Han, and Solo refusing any sale, there's little information on the circumstances surrounding the Falcon's ownership. The only thing that seems to be certain at this juncture is that Han does lose the ship somehow prior to the events of Episode 7, which explains Han's now famous line from the second Force Awakens trailer, "Chewie, we're home," in a whole new light. In addition, Making Star Wars had rumours on Han's well-being in The Force Awakens, and apparently the old smuggler has seen better days. He spends his time sad, bitter, and hanging out in bars. There's also a mysterious gang referred to as Duquesne and the Irving Boys, who want Han dead, for reasons unknown. This would explain his presence seemingly on the wasteland planet Jakku, as that seems like a good place to lay low while people are on the hunt for you. Something else that's worth noting, Making Star Wars' report indicates that, as far as the new Star Wars canon is concerned, Han's in Chewbacca's history is as follows. Chewbacca is captured and put into slavery in the aftermath of Revenge of the Sith and the invasion of Kashyyyk. Han Solo frees the Wookiee, and therefore Chewbacca owes Han Solo a life debt. The Star Wars Rebels pilot, Spark of Rebellion, does indeed include Wookiees being enslaved by the Galactic Empire post-Revenge. As an important plot point, as MSW's article notes, and this idea isn't far off from Han and Chewie's history in the now defunct Star Wars Expanded Universe continuity, where Chewie also owes Han a life debt. This matter probably won't even be referred to in The Force Awakens, though it's something that could be touched upon in the forthcoming Han Solo anthology film that Lego Movie directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller are currently developing. All in all, this is hardly the most surprising Star Wars rumour that has come out in the last year. Based on what we've heard, it sounds like the original three, Luke, Han and Leia, are more or less separated and no longer operating as the tight-knit unit that went through so much together. 30 years is a long time after all, and we have no idea what things may have happened to the group between Return and The Force Awakens. It's very plausible that Han had a falling out with someone and sadly went on his way. Without seeing how this fits into the context of the film, it's also easy to see how this rumour can be problematic for some. For starters, some have raised the point that losing the Falcon just days before the film lessens the emotional impact of the "Chewie, we're home" quote. Though, as we'll all rumors, the finer details may not be accurate, and Han will have been separated from the Falcon for quite some time. Similarly, setting up Han as a curmudgeonly drunk appears to wipe away his character arc from the original trilogy, where he transitioned from cold-hearted smuggler to a dedicated soldier at first glance. That's it.
I have to talk. 1 second.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to present Han as a new, like, different kind of character where he's a drunk.
I think it sucks.
Yeah, he's
basically.
probably going to be.
I think the script sucks if that's what's happening. It sucks.
Yeah, he's going to be a very angry individual. He's going to be, someone that you wouldn't want to get in the way of. And I think that, like it said in the article, it's kind of undoing what Han became by the time it came around.
One more question: are people that care about Star Wars doing this, or is it just?
I don't know.
I thought that was the case because. I thought that was the case, or the way they made it look like they're treating these characters like they deserve to be treated. Finding out that Han is not with Leia for like 30 years, that makes me want to throw up. And then he's a drunk, and that's, come on, man. What the hell is that all about?
Not because he's drunk. The rumor I heard, the reason why Han and Leia have been separated for 30 years is because Han Solo was in an Imperial detention center on the Star Destroyer.
That's stupid, too.
It's just like...
This is according to Dash Star. Dash Star actually has some pretty good... He's a hardcore Star Wars fan. I don't know him personally.
Jabba had him. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, anyway, let me try to finish my basic premise.
Sorry.
No, according to Dash Star, I don't know him personally, but I follow his YouTube channel because he has a lot of good Star Wars rumors, and according to Clever Movies, only like a few months after Return of the Jedi, the Imperial Remnant smashes the Rebellion in a surprise attack, and that's why Luke Skywalker goes into exile, because he becomes disillusioned with the Force. He's like, well, if the Force is with me, how come the Empire won? And then the Empire they reform a little bit and become the First Order. And Han Solo apparently has been moved around a lot and been in prison for 30 years. The Millennium Falcon had crashed in a state of disrepair for 30 years on the planet Jakku. Rey finds the Millennium Falcon and repairs it. And then, because of her connection with the Force, and she doesn't realize that she's raised by a different family, and she doesn't realize that Han Solo and Princess Leia are her parents. And
why would you be raised by different people?
Well, through the power of the Force, subconsciously, she's drawn to the Millennium Falcon, and she doesn't quite know why. This is the rumor I heard, a combination of movie rumors through Clever Movies and
This sounds like crap to me.
But, like, to me, in the originals, I absolutely adore the originals, particularly Empire. It's like, I think the most developed character out of all of them is Han. And then to undo all that, it just seems worthless.
Yes. He was commanding the people on Hoth. They were going to him as an authority figure. He's like, close the doors, I'm going to go get Luke. It's like, do this, go to your outpost here, go to your outpost there. They're like, yes, sir. And it's like, well, what the hell?
Well, that was kind of the start of him, I think, loosening up and becoming the kind of guy that he was at the end of Return.
He was a leader. He was a leader.
Yeah, he was a leader.
I don't have a problem with his story. I mean, there's 30 years have passed, so a lot of things could happen in 30 years. It doesn't mean that he won't. There's also a rumor that Princess Leia is supposed to die in episode 4.
All right. I don't know. What do you guys think besides steampunk? What do you think, Danette?
I don't know. I don't know what to think of it yet. It's just, I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it, but whatever.
Well, I mean, the two children of Princess Leia and Han Solo, Kylo Ren, who's the villain, and Rey, who's raised on.
We don't even have confirmation on that, though.
Wait, Kylo.
I've got some pretty substantial. Like Clever Movies is usually right about the rumors. They have some pretty good sources. I'm not saying 100%. I'd say about 90% certainty. these rumors
So
are
the
correct.
head, you're saying the head Sith guy is a Solo.
Well, Kylo Ren he's a Solo and a Skywalker because he's the son of Princess Leia and Han Solo, but he doesn't know it because he was raised on a Star Destroyer. Because Han Solo went into prison shortly after the rebellion was smashed, and so did Princess Leia. And
Princess Leia went into prison.
And Kylo Ren grows up with this distorted history, viewing the rebellion as evil. And he starts training with Sith holoproms because he's force sensitive. And he's like an undisciplined Sith warrior, searching for Sith artifacts, including that's the reason why you see him holding Darth Vader's helmet in the teaser trailer.
So is he the actual villain? Is he the actual villain, or is there someone else?
He's the main villain. He's the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, and he doesn't know it. He was raised on an Imperial Star. He was separated from his parents at birth.
Hold on. She pops out twins like Padme did, and they just take the kids, and she gets arrested. That makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if she goes into prison, it would make sense that she wouldn't be able to raise her kids. I don't know. These are the rumors I've heard, and it seems to make sense. And
They better not.
I get a very strong. I get out of the character of Rey. I get a very strong Princess Leia vibe. I really do.
I tell you right now, I hold those characters in a very high regard. If they even remotely piss on those characters, I'm going to be freaking beyond pissed off.
Well,
because I grew up on them.
Harrison Ford signed on and said that he thought the script was great.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean...
So did Carrie Fisher when I saw her at Star Wars Celebration. I went to Carrie Fisher panel at Star Wars Celebration.
Well, first of all, if you're going to get paid millions of dollars out of the blue when you've been making like thousands, yeah, that's great script.
Okay.
The new trio, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, and what's his name, who plays Purr?
Yeah, right, whatever.
I can't remember his actor's
I don't know
name.
if the names are right, but okay.
Kylo Ren is rumored to be Darth Vader. There are people in the First Order who think that Darth Vader
isn't Darth Vader in Rogue One?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and Darth Vader, from what I understand, is also in Episode 7 in a flashback cameo.
Yes, that's also true.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can't.
There's going to be a flashback cameo scene where going back to the time when he was torturing Princess Leia in Episode 4.
Well,
he's
no, Princess Leia is a teenager in this, and we get to see the Emperor, which is a different actor, and you're going to see Darth Vader.
Are you talking about in Rogue One or Episode 7?
I'm talking about Episode 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you have Kylo Ren, who's a wannabe Sith. You would define him more as a Jedi. He's very powerful because he has this midichlorian count inherited from the Skywalkers, but he's undisciplined because he doesn't have a Sith master to train him, so he's kind of a wannabe Sith. And then you have Finn, who's force-sensitive stormtrooper, who is a part of Kylo Ren's detachment. And he uses his force powers to save somebody, and Kylo Ren basically senses this, but he's undisciplined in his force powers, so he can't quite pinpoint who is force-sensitive, but he senses that he must kill him because he's the light side of the force. So he starts indiscriminately killing civilians, and this is when Finn becomes disillusioned with being a stormtrooper, and then that's when he gets Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Rey, because Rey finds Luke Skywalker's lightsaber somehow, and not realizing the importance of it, and then they it's probably something revolving around Luke Skywalker's hand, and then they seek out Luke Skywalker, who's in exile. And so
you know what? I'm just gonna the thing is that I have a lot of problems with what has been stated already.
Okay.
I don't like any of it, but I'm gonna have to see what we're gonna have because at the end of the day, you know, we have prayed for this movie to be made, this new trilogy, and you know, it's on us. I mean, we did want this, so you know, we're gonna have to see what we're gonna get. Really, I mean,
I'm just going to say I have confidence because it's Lawrence Kasdan. It's the same guy that wrote Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but the problem I have, dude, okay, and this is the thing, this is a regular mentality, I think, for a lot of people. You've seen the struggle that they did in Return of the Jedi. You've seen the victory dance and everything. You don't want to have that, like, be like real life, okay? You go there to be a fantasy where, okay, they have a happy ending, all right? I don't want to hear like the 30 years it's been like hell. That's going to make me want to throw up. What do they have to look forward to? Is it in a couple of years they're going to croak anyway? I mean, it's like, that's so morbid. I mean, they're in their 70s. And what are they going to look forward to? A happy life? They're going to be like 95 right out loud. So I don't want to think that Han's been suffering for 30 years. I don't want to think that Leia's been suffering, that Luke's been suffering, that Chewbacca is suffering, that C-3PO has one red hand. That's what's retarded if they do that. I just don't want to think that. That's not the Star Wars.
Well, the original George Lucas approved canon, which has now been thrown out by Disney, was supposed to be the New Republic versus the Imperial Remnant at this time.
Well, I don't know.
But now it's the First Order versus the Rebellion.
I don't like that at all.
I'm sorry, the First Order versus the Resistance.
I don't like the name the First Order because it reminds me of something out of like Hitler. And I don't like the Resistance because it reminds me of the series because you had the Resistance. I mean, this is the Rebels. Why do you got to change?
Yeah, but if you know anything about the origins of Star Wars mythology, George Lucas purposely made the Empire very Nazi-like anyway.
No, I know, but why do you got to change the stuff? Like, why can't we have what we love? Okay. Why can't we have the Empire? Why can't we have?
But I tell you what, though, if they do it wrong, there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to be upset.
Thank you.
Well, surely it can't be any worse than Phantom Menace, but
well,
I mean, at the heart of it all, it's
Chris, I'm gonna have the music. You have the music on the background.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, it just. I mean, they can call it whatever they want, but I think it's still going to be the same Empire, the same rebellion that we're used to. I mean, like, I don't see where they'd change it. I saw the behind-the-scenes reel that they released at Comic-Con, and it does look like a pretty good movie, to be honest.
Please, I just pray that I don't get pissed off and the Fury of Matrix Lord comes out, because then I'll start calling it the Drunk Awakens or like the Crap Awakens, and I'm like start ripping the piss out of it for like a year. I really don't want that. I want me to love it, and it's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. You know, like I just, you know, I don't want to hate it. I really don't. So I'm gonna have an open mind about it, okay? And just let's just see what happens. Yeah. So, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I remember. One thing I hate about this place is they always play loud music. But I mean, it's usually like easy listening. Anywho, yeah, the one rumor that seems to be substantiated. This is a rumor I heard from Clever Movies, and then based on the freeze frame, a frame of the trailer. In one frame of the trailer, you see that Finn, as he's taking off his Stormtrooper helmet, he's got blood on his Stormtrooper helmet, and he looks very disillusioned. And so this seems to suggest that he was a part of Kylo Ren's detachment, and then when Kylo Ren starts indiscriminately killing civilians, looking for a Force sensitive, that's when he becomes disillusioned with being a Stormtrooper. So that plot element, if you pay close attention to the details of the trailer, especially with the blood on the Stormtrooper helmet, seems to be substantiated. So I would predict that maybe a lot of these rumors are based on the fact that usually Clever Movies is really good at getting credible information, because most of the rumors usually come out.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right,
I'll
Chris,
mute-
we're gonna have.
Mute myself.
Okay. All right, so we spent this whole time talking about Star Wars.
Well, it's big news. So.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I hope a
So
lot of those
now, I envision Han saying "Chewie" in a whole new light. Sure. No.
I doubt.
Oh my goodness.
Sure.
I doubt Lauren
Got
Kasdan.
the Falcon. Oh, we don't have it anymore. Damn it. All right.
Yeah, I doubt he's so stupid to rewrite Han's character like that. I think he'll be pretty much the same.
Harrison probably was probably like, what the hell is this crap? And they're like, here's $10 million. Like, all right, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. Hope not. I hope not, please. Like, well, it's got to be better than Return of the Jedi, right?
Did crash Millennium Falcon on the internet, you know.
He really didn't get much to do in Return of the Jedi. It was terrible. But
Han.
I mean, Harrison Ford, he tried to pilot a World War II fighter plane, but he ended up crashing the Millennium Falcon on the internet.
Well, I have a feeling that's going to be destroyed in this movie, the Millennium Falcon. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pass the torch, but in passing the torch, they're trying to put out the torch, and then some other guy with a lighter say, "Oh, here's a new torch. There you go." Because that's what sounded like that to me. Because I'm not happy.
I just don't think they'd go that far. Because like the Millennium Falcon is just as much a iconic thing of movies as Luke, Leia, and Hannah, and even Chewbacca.
Please tell me it ain't so, please.
So I don't think they'll destroy the Millennium Falcon.
All right, I can't even speak anymore. I'm so upset. I'm just picturing Han drunk by the desert, and I'm like, I just can't handle it.
There's also a rumor that Darth Maul is going to be in Episode 7.
Please, no, for God's sake.
Well, he didn't die. He didn't die, so you got to have something to do. Maybe Darth Maul. Maybe Darth Maul will be the Sith warrior that trains Kylo Ren. To be a proper Sith.
To be honest,
You know how confused people are
Star Wars Episode 7.
Let me
Booyah!
tell you something. People that watch the movie, some of them don't really watch the cartoons, so like, they're not going to know what the hell is happening.
I heard that Daniel Craig was going to be a stormtrooper, which
And
is
they
fascinating,
yes.
to say the least. So,
All right. What's your decision, Connor? Are we sticking with Star Wars and then having a whole new everything show, or are we going to just continue on?
well, wait, it's your show. It's not mine, is it? It's.
Well, I know, but I like to ask my group what they would like to do, you know, and I listen.
Is there any other topics?
There's a million topics, Gloria.
I mean, any other news for any other topic?
There's tons.
Pluto.
Well, that's topic one. There's
I mean, but that's anything show.
That's
Well,
real
you know,
That's like.
a lot of good. They
All
found
right, go ahead.
icy mountains.
Pluto, go ahead.
Icy mountains on the surface of Pluto, which is actually surprising. And apparently, Pluto has a thick atmosphere.
Hashtag Kenvia Solo.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, but the geological activity. I mean, they thought that it was just going to be a moon like an icy like moon, like kind of like a dead world like our moon. But they were surprised with the geological activity at the equator with all the icy mountains, and the geological activity appears to have happened within the last 100 million years, and that's even more mysterious. So it's interesting. The news coming out.
We're not going to have all the data from Pluto for a year and a half.
I know,
Which really
and they're going
sucks.
to, they're going to more Plutoid objects. They're going to visit some more dwarf planets. I'm not sure. I'll have to research to see if they're going to go see.
People have disputed the Pluto findings as complete and utter nonsense because they're saying, how could they see from a telescope Pluto or something clearer than the images that we're getting back? And they're thinking that with the technology that we have, we should be able to see better, stuff.
Well, I mean, they got clear images when the New Horizons spacecraft went into orbit. The best images.
Well,
before,
again, that was.
Yeah. But the best.
I want to do a whole show on Pluto
Oh,
because I'm a big.
okay.
That was the plan, but I didn't want to do it on the Everton show. But
Well, I was just going to say that before the New Horizons took pictures of Pluto, the best pictures were from the Hubble telescope, and it looked like a gray fuzzy dot.
right, Gloria, what did you say?
That whole discussion about Pluto and all that should be on
Topic Wonders.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, why don't we get to the news with Aladdin? Who's doing that?
I think that's me.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess they're going to do a prequel to Aladdin, and it's going to be called Genies, and it's going to be the Genie's origin story, I guess.
That's interesting.
Says yet another live-action adaptation of a popular Disney animated feature is on the way today as The Hollywood Reporter brings word that the studio is developing a big-screen prequel to Aladdin. The project, currently titled Genies, is designed to serve as an origin story of sorts to the genie, famously voiced by the late Robin Williams in Disney's 1992 feature Aladdin. According to the outlet, the film will explore the realm of the genies and explain how one became trapped inside the iconic lamp. The long-term hope, then, is for Genies to develop as a franchise and pave the way for a live-action retelling of Aladdin itself.
So
If only they did it when Robert Williams was still alive.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gloria. Thank you.
I don't subscribe to the idea of doing a Genies film without Robin Williams because
Yes.
everyone is just going to hear his voice instead of the new actors.
Right.
Because he was literally one of the most iconic animated Disney characters when he voiced
Yes.
the genie. I just don't think he can do it.
Well, in
Okay.
theory, you could still have Robin Williams in it. You could just edit and splice his voice. You can just make sure you can take every film he's been in and go from A to Z on every one, and edit it together, and it'll be his voice.
Yeah,
That's
Chris has
disrespectful. That's disrespectful, man.
Yeah, that's
Come on, man. That's not right.
They could
Yeah,
get
but
It's voice cloning. It's voice cloning, man. Nothing wrong with voice cloning.
Voice cloning. Come on. I know they're going to get the guy that did the TV series because it wasn't Robin Williams. They had the other guy that was a backup when Robin Williams couldn't do it in one movie.
Yeah.
And then Robin Williams came back in the third movie.
What Dan
Something like that.
What the hell his name is?
Dan Slott.
Is that it?
What?
The guy who plays Homer Simpson, Dan Castanella, whatever the hell his name
I
is.
don't know. Oh, he was the voice?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting.
No, but I will say I've seen Aladdin on Broadway, and the guy who played the genie was really good.
Oh, yeah?
So
Yeah, I was meaning to ask you about that because I've been trying to get tickets for that forever. And I remember I saw you in front of the play there
mhm.
for a little while. So you really liked it, right?
Yes, it was really good.
I'm darn. I pass by it every day. And I'm saying to myself, will I get the tickets this week? Will I get the tickets this week? Because Sharon's birthday's coming up. And I want to, get them. Maybe I'll get it this week, Friday. I'll pick it up. Yeah, it'll be a nice birthday present for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't gone to any place this year. It's terrible.
I heard that the whole stuff with them on the carpet and all that is awesome. Like all the dads and on the carpet and everything. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. All right, what else do we have, Connor? Anything?
Nothing that I have.
No, it was in WWE.
Oh, he was in, Stephen Amell was in WWE. They're going to do that now?
Yep.
Bro. SummerSlam or what?
Not quite sure. I don't really watch WWE. Chris would know more than me, but I did send a link, like, in the chat thing.
Okay. Because I know that. Okay, so let me just see. Stardust. Right. Stardust and The Miz take aim at Arrow star Stephen Amell. So I guess you know what it is, because Dusty Rhodes died, and I didn't think they were going to do a grudge, but I guess they're going to do that now. Okay.
Oh, wow. I have a feeling Stephen Amell will probably win, like, out of both of them. Guarantee it.
That's exciting. I mean, I know that Joe wants to see if they're going to be in it. I have to go buy tickets then, because I promised him I have to take him to see that match.
And get a photo with Stephen Amell also.
You may.
Who knows?
I might have backstage passes. We'll see. All right. On that note, gang, that's it for the Everything Show tonight. So,
Yay.
Thank you, everybody.
Hashtag Kansas Solo.
Take care. Bye for now.